Hello, survivors. The world of Zealand, Las Vegas is dark, brutal, and unforgiving as it is set during the zombie apocalypse that threatens to wipe out the human race. The content will be graphic and violent in nature, so be prepared. We return now to Zealand, Las Vegas to see how our group of survivors faces this dark new existence. All right, survivors, we're back. I apologize. I drink a lot of water. I had to take a quick bio break. But we are back. They have entered the fire station, and Mitch thumped on the support pillar and heard some thumping coming from upstairs in the living quarters of the fire station.
All right. Let's make this sweep clear and fast, I guess.
So right now you're just in the open bay. Towards the back, you see a staircase leading up. You see an office off to your right-hand side, probably the fire chief office downstairs, or sorry, off to the left, looking at the view of it.
I'm guessing there's probably like a cage that they keep.
The equipment cage?
Yeah.
Equipment lockers, yeah. And then you see like a row of lockers themselves.
Yeah. Locker's probably not going to hold too much. But I want to go to that cage.
Okay. So you head back there. You see there is a padlock on it, kind of the same that you saw in a master lock type thing.
This will be, I'll slide the kendo in.
Okay. So you, Jimmy, give me a might plus 30.
Might plus
30.
Pass with an 8.
All right, so you wrench it back and forth a couple times and like pop. The lock itself doesn't break, but
it just kind of pops out.
Shears away.
Yeah.
So you pop open the equipment cage and the door swings open.
All right. Peek inside, but I'll hide until the time. So
yeah, I mean, and it's an open wire cage.
Yeah. You never know.
Ninja zombies! SEO zombies. So this is going to be your, like the scene in the Matrix where I was like, I want guns. Like this is fire department equipment.
Right.
So they're you find there's Romy lock. Because there's only one fire truck here. You know the bay holds 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you look and there's 6 lockers. Usually it means there's like half on, half off. So 3 people could have geared up and left.
Okay.
So roll me luck, just flat.
Just flat? Oh, I'm definitely
kind of said
sigil then. I stole your pencil. So that'll be 71. 65.
All right. So you go in and you find 2 fireman's axes. 2 fireman's axes. You find 3 of the halogen bars, and there's there's the oxygen tanks, things like that, and there's a charging station in the station itself too, so they can refill. Like that, basically compresses the air.
How many tanks?
There's 4. 4 full size, like scuba gear size oxygen tanks. And then there's a few. You see 5. What do they call them? Pony tanks.
Yeah,
the little smaller ones.
Yeah.
Not a rebreather, but like the pony tanks. Usually they'll use those for like, they go in, they find someone, they'll slap. It's like a handheld. It's good for 5 minutes.
5-10.
Yeah, 5-10 minutes, depending on how heavy they're breathing.
Yeah.
Find 5 pony kegs. Pony tanks and 4 full size not scuba, but full size
suits or full
oxygen tanks.
Yeah, he's talking about the SCBAs.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Any more tank suits?
So you don't see any suits in here, but you do. You see what looks to be kind of like a gas mask apparatus that he would know is an SCBA. It looks like it would click to one of the tanks. You see 4 of those, like 1 per tank.
Okay, what are they called?
SCBA. It's a self-contained breathing apparatus.
It's basically a gas mask for oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
It's they when they actually go into a fire, that's what they're breathing through. The helmet and the visor is more for debris and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you have 4 of those. You have 4 full tanks. You have 5 pony tanks.
But no suits.
Not in here. But you did find the 2 fire axes and the, 4 halogen bars?
Yeah.
3 halogen parts.
No. Yeah, 3.
That's in this equipment cage. This more looks like where they store the tools of the trade.
Right. And I'll just start running those out to the cars while they're looking around.
Okay. Chloe, you're still patrolling. Jesse, you're inside. What are you doing?
I actually want to check the lockers.
They're not. So there's 6 lockers.
I think so.
So there's 6 lockers. 2 of them have padlocks. 4 of them don't.
I'll check the ones that don't have yet.
They're not locked?
Yeah.
All right. So you pop open, kind of in sequence, and kind of like in high school where you get the chance to decorate your own locker. Yeah, you see like family pictures, and when you come to the 3rd locker, you open it and you see a picture of the woman and the 2 kids that you just saw in the other fire station.
Is the husband in the picture?
No.
No.
He's not. Presumably, he's the one that took the picture. It's just a picture of them. They're at the peak of Mary Jane Falls, kind of looking out over Mount Charleston, smiling, big, happy, fun time prior to the zombie apocalypse. But looking through the lockers, it's mostly just like personal effects. There's like gym clothes, stuff like that. A lot of that type of stuff. You don't really find anything of use. This is more, they're going to chuck their clothes in here. They're going to put on the gear, that type of stuff. This is just like personal effects lockers. So those are the first 3. There's the 2 locked lockers, and then there's the last unlocked locker. Yeah. And you open it up, and that one's empty.
All right. Well, I guess I'll try one of the locked ones and do the same trick again.
Okay, so towel trick?
Oh, yeah.
So what does that say? Burglary plus
burglary. 20,
I think?
I think so.
Yeah. It's either 20 or 30, but I think plus 20 works.
Okay, so burglary. Pass with a 19.
All right. So the first one you pop, you open it up, and this one contains kind of more of the same. It's just, there's no gym clothes and stuff. So logic, you saw the board with X amount of people are on shift.
Yeah.
So you saw there's about 6 people assigned. You have your dispatcher, you have your fire chief, you have maybe 3 plus volunteer crew. A lot of smaller areas have like a volunteer firefighter force. You see probably the first 3 were like the no kidding on shift firefighter guys. This one is empty right now. It could be like a transitory like volunteer firefighter.
Okay.
Or sorry, the last one was empty. That was the empty one. Sorry. This one, you open it up and then it's a picture of an older guy with an older woman. A little portly. Maybe he's been a firefighter for a while. It kind of looks like the chief's locker.
Okay.
That's the chief.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
the fat guy.
He probably hasn't ran up the ladder in a while. There's just mostly personal effects. You see, he's got like a little flask up there. Nothing super useful in this locker.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I have time to open the other one as well.
Okay. So you'll work at the next locker.
Yeah.
Gabe, what are you doing while this is going on?
What all there is there really left?
So he's checking the lockers. Mitch is checking the cages. The office to the right. Or sorry, to the left. And then there's the stairs that go upstairs where you hear this like don't noise.
Which room?
And there's a fire pole. You can try to shimmy up that. Catch it by surprise.
I can't even get up a regular rope low slippery pole.
In real life, but if you roll well with sigil, you can totally just like Spider-Man your ass up there. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, not Tom Holland.
So crappy Spider-Man?
No, that's Andrew Griffin.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Griffin?
Yeah. No.
Only probably down to the office.
Okay. So you go in, you open it up. It's unlocked. This looks to be like the chief's office. You see, you're looking on the wall, and there's, your standard, person with celebrity, person with important looking figure, like shaking hands type stuff. You see young, kind of, if you're looking left to right, kind of a progression. Like in the earlier ones, you see the same person but younger, but like full firefighter gear, like standing outside of kind of a smoking, not burning, but like a smoking structure. Like, yay, first fire. And kind of progressing through the years, you see, different little rank insignia on them.
Smiles slowly going away.
Yeah, slowly getting older.
The belly extending out and down.
Yeah. The more rank he has, the fatter he gets, just like me. Hey. And that's the kind of adorning the walls. You see like a couple certificates of their diplomas that they have, that type of stuff. You see a couple helmets with numbers on them. The helmets are smoke damaged. A lot of times chiefs will hang on to helmets of those that they've lost. It's kind of like an homage type thing. And then you see the desk, filing cabinet, the typical office supplies. Is there anything in here you want to look for? Or just kind of do a generic search?
Because I'm assuming on the tanker itself, the storage units on it are locked.
Yes, they're usually the vehicle key, and then they have. No, they're not locked.
Turn.
Oh, right, yeah. Those are turned because they need quick access. So those, those
because
are.
they very rarely will you have them outside of the bays
Right.
unattended. You'll only have them out there when you're emptying the tank.
So no, those are open storage.
Oh, okay.
So the other truck was the hook and ladder, but no one actually said I'd take time to search this. This one is the water tanker. It's still going to have supplies on it, but it will be slightly different.
If anybody's hungry, there's almost always a thing of marshmallows, graham crackers, and a bar of chocolate in one of those compartments.
Sick humor, but yeah.
I wish I was joking.
Oh no! I did honor guard where we're doing funeral details. We develop your own twisted sense of humor. Once you watch somebody get incinerated, like in a crematorium, it kind of messes with you a little bit.
Yeah.
Try playing taps while somebody's getting crispied. So, what are your intentions?
I was going to do a general search to see what I can find in there.
In the office?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me investigation plus 20.
I'm a re-roll because I haven't used any.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not hard enough on you guys. You all leave the session with sigils every time.
Oh no, I make sure I use them.
Just random sprinter zombies every session.
That's better.
What'd you get?
Path with a 35.
Okay. So you're searching around and you're going through like file cabinets and stuff, and it's mostly just files, paperwork. You see like employee records, health documentation, maybe some citations if they're acting up. The typical human resources thing that a chief probably has to deal with and doesn't want to.
Any flasks in the drawers?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a flask in his, and it's actually monogrammed. It says HG on it, and it says ladder 74. So it doesn't match this truck. So presumably he did fire somewhere else, moved out here. So HG ladder 74.
Imagine we're fired.
Maybe fired up. And then you're searching through. Give me a luck flat.
It just reminds me of a coworker. He always says, "I'm fired up," in this weird stoner tone.
Boost it up.
Okay.
Oh, we make that joke too.
I don't know.
Reroll your luck. Okay. So this time it's without the switch flat luck.
It's all the things.
Oh,
Did you miss by one again?
no, if that was on a 30 rather than a 40, I would have made it on the dot. But no,
You failed again?
failed by 10.
So you find the flask. And other than that, you don't really find anything. You find like printed out schedules, stuff like that. Things you'd find in like a manager's office. So, got it. So Colin, what are you up to? You're more familiar with some of this equipment. So are you, like, they're all searching the kind of their own thing. Would there be anything in here specifically that you'd be looking for?
Not really. There's probably going to be some pagers that are tied into the emergency management bands, but so will the CBs in the vehicles, so we can monitor police band. Not really much in the way of gear I'd be looking for. If anything, I'd search the truck, try and find one, the snacks, and two, the one-time use heating blankets that they probably have quite a few in there.
So, being that you have a kind of a background in knowledge, give me investigate plus 30. Like you know where they stored it.
73. 1.
Okay, so you did find it.
I passed.
You did. Skeeper did. So now give me a flat luck.
Flat luck. 50. 20.
So you find the Samora kit.
Cool.
But you look in the compartment where they typically store the blankets, and there's nothing there.
Okay. Any flares?
Yes, they would have the flare compartment, or the compartment with that type of stuff, like a road flares. You mean?
Yeah, or and then is it the kit? Like is
Yeah.
it like?
It's the road hazard kit. They would
Perfect.
pop
Okay.
out at the scene.
I'm taking that.
Okay, so you have, I think it's usually like a box of 8. The smaller one, really?
The smaller ones are 3. So you'll have them. So there's one where it has like a little plastic reflector thing that you'll set up. That'll usually have 3 with it.
That's
And
like the
you'll-
one that I can buy for like my car. But every time I go
Yes.
past it, actually, they've got like 3 dozen flares on the road. I thought
So they don't
bigger.
keep those. They don't keep those in like Pelican cases. Like usually you'll just have those like stacked.
Okay, so
But yeah.
Well, then instead of 8, you have 3 flares and a plastic triangle. But thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. I just figured they've got like a boatload of flares because there's always like 30 of them burning on the road.
I was just looking for something that I could take with me. But
So so you have like the emergency roadside kit then. So it's got the triangle, it's got the 3 flares, that type of stuff.
Yeah, 'cause that shit burns like motherfucker.
So you're all searching around, and everyone's inside. Give me a perception check. Flat.
I failed. Jump Mikey.
Of course, I'm running in and out and in and out and in and out.
You're making trips back and forth. And Chloe, you see him like carrying like armloads of fire gear and scuba tanks and axes and hammers and bars.
I'm burning this sigil as well.
Don't say burning. That's
Yeah,
cool.
burning is good for using a sigil.
I failed again.
Alright, so who all passed? What did you pass by? 4? What did you pass by?
I rolled 23 out of 36.
Alright, so both of you, everyone else is kind of engaged. Chloe, you're outside. Matt's outside. Everyone else is kind of engaged with doing stuff, looking through things. You're just kind of like you're opening lockers, closing lockers. You're just kind of searching through an office, and you heard the thumping before. Now you do not hear said thumping. It stopped.
Guys?
And then you hear a new noise. It is the sound of a zombie falling through the fireman's pole. Because you guys put that idea out there, and I think it's fucking amazing.
How far away is that from us?
So that typically is usually between where the fire trucks are, towards the back of the building.
Yes.
So that's going to be towards the back. Mitch is at the cages towards the back left of the room. Gabe is in the front left. Jesse, you're...
Lockers, I don't know where that.
They're kind of in the middle left. Like all that stuff, lockers, everything. Because the right-hand side is pretty much like the door and more open space. So y'all, the 3 of you are to the left of everything. You're actually
any crunching as that thing falls the like 20 feet.
Oh yeah, it's not pretty. It hits the ground and like you see
Whacks into the bar. Whack, whack, whack.
like none
Both
of you,
its legs are at weird angles.
well actually, Colin, you're at the truck. You would probably hear like the completely coming down the pole, and you look over and you see this thing hit like this, and you see the left knee actually shoot out to the side as this thing, all the weight happens on the wrong angle of the left knee, and it actually buckles to the left.
Hatchet head.
Well, you're not like right next to it. But go ahead. Everyone is inside. Again, this is a slow one, so this would be the four of you, and then one zombie. But you'll hear this like noise and this crunching.
Closest.
Colin. It'd be Colin, then Jesse. Gabe's in the office, so he'd be last. It'd be Mitch. You'd be kind of third closest because you're back there with the cages. But you all hear it. Chloe, you hear it too. And Matt's like, the fuck? He looks inside because it's like a noise.
Did anyone get that on camera?
Are they in a suit?
No.
Okay.
No, they're not in a suit. You snap around and you see this. It's a middle-aged looking white dude. Kind of like lurches up a little bit and starts to try to stand up, but the one leg gives out when he tries to stand up.
Well, if you're closest.
So it's gonna be 5 players essentially 6 player character slots, but Gabe and Chloe and Matt, you're outside. So it would go 4 player characters, 1 zombie, 2 player characters, if you guys wanted to engage it.
I like flare.
Okay, you light a flare. Then what? Throw it at the zombie. There's now an illuminated zombie. I mean,
Do we get plus to aim?
Very funny.
Well, it's kind of standing in place, is it not?
it's trying to stand. It's got a.
It's not moving away from. It's effectively rooted to the spot.
It hit the ground and his leg went sideways instead of normal leg movement. It popped out the sideways.
Perfect.
It's on the ground essentially. Yeah.
It's wearing cloth fabric, isn't it? So you said it's not wearing firefighter.
Yeah, it's just wearing cloth. So
It's
all
about to
right.
be in flames.
So then roll me a luck to see if it catches flame, and I'll roll an opposing luck.
Flat luck or
Yes.
You know, flames on or
oh no, I meant no 91.
Okay. So you hit it, and it hits, but you chuck it, and it kind of rotates. The back end of it hits and bounces off. And it's like, and it starts to swipe kind of at the flare and kind of at you.
Fire bad.
But now every one of you can see it really well.
Yeah.
It's actually dramatic mood lighting. It's beautiful.
You're next closest.
Honestly, I would probably chuck a little bit. And is there any small this size metal container or something near me? Because I would just
You just throw it at it.
yeah.
You just toying with the zombies now.
Well,
Well, I
no,
mean, it's
because
still,
it catches it. It
It's
doesn't.
still floating around. I'm I don't want to
it
get.
can't hold itself up. So if you throw it weight at it, it's gonna knock it off balance. Hopefully, right into the flare.
It's on the flatline they would have fire bottles for aircraft fires, but it's on the inside of a fire station.
Because the only thing is he didn't get near to try to hold down his arm. So I'm
That's exactly why I shoved
it's
the
bigger
flare
than
at
that,
it
so
instead of trying to
I'm just like-
stab it in the face.
I can't think of anything that would be in here
with
within
a jack or something. I'll just twist off the pole.
There's gonna be heavy shit inside the trucks. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
most of it will be
boxes.
in
There's
the
gonna be weights.
Which the truck is outside.
yeah, the truck's
So-
outside.
Oh, that's right.
So Mitch,
I
you're
guess I'll just
Never mind.
you're
wait.
kind of halfway back in to grab another arm one. You're at the crest where the door is going in. But
This is supposed to be who he felt.
What about one of them air tanks?
Fucking great. Yeah.
Don't waste those. Don't waste those.
I have
it's hits it. Woo!
so
Hold and the valve towards you and hit him with the other end.
I like that.
happen to be any of the axes just sitting on the. I mean, I'll just pull up the store and I'll start walking towards it.
Okay. So it's 20 feet. So you could make it there in a turn and still
Yeah, let's do
engage.
that.
Okay. So
Busted leg, superior position.
oh yeah, because it's still it can't actually stand up. So
Right.
go ahead and do that. It's gonna be fight plus 40. If you're aiming,
I'm not going to aim,
okay.
but I will use a sigil.
Okay. So it's
And
fight
so-
plus 65.
So yeah. So that puts me at 107. No, 112. And I rolled an 85 plus 20 for the sword, so that's 105 plus the 12.
So switch that around. That would be right arm.
So 58. But his location destroyed.
Yeah. So you
Cut off the arm.
Does he swipe and I just
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
take the
yeah.
arm off?
because I mean, they have a 10 athletics that I physically can't dodge this.
Right.
Like, he can. So yeah, it's kind of.
Oh no, what's gonna happen? His arm.
It's
is
kind of
just
like, you ever do the stretch where like you go down the side, like one leg stretches out? Like it's doing that because the one leg is completely
Right.
fucked and going off to the left. It's trying to stand up, but it can't propel itself up. And it sees you coming and it does. It reaches out, swipes it, and gets your right arm. And you just undercut it, and it'll like catch it right here above the elbow and just hack it straight through. And the arms kind of slops to the ground. And blood and the cooling kill those sides just flicks away from it. And it's like, it's coming at you, stumpy style. So yeah,
Unless I can do anything else, it's my turn.
that is your turn. It does not have a right arm anymore. So this still leaves.
We still have one more player character move.
Okay. You're in the office. It's Jesse.
I already went. Oh,
He's
well,
second.
No, he looked for
I
something.
went second.
didn't
I
do
went for
anything.
something. I'm just like, I was like, I guess I'll just wait, like,
Okay.
for someone to show up there.
Well, so I didn't take that as like that's your turn. You were just asking me, is there anything within throwing distance? I didn't take that as you were just like, I don't know, like, indecisive. Right?
You got both your swords on you?
No. That's a lot of weight.
Gabe, you got your Inglorious Bastards battle baseball bat ready to go. Killing some Nazi zombies.
Gonna go outside with the now stub arm.
Okay. So it's going to be, again, plus 40. If you're aiming, it's going to be plus 30. You want a sigil.
All I'm thinking is it's like T-ball where you like press like the thing and like the air shoots the ball up. You stomp on the leg and it like the busted leg and like throws its head back.
You will get a plus 5 from flanking. So if you're aiming, it's going to be plus 35 at this point, unless you're going to use a sigil. Okay, so that's going to be plus 60. What does that bring you up to?
90.
So you're aiming for the head. So yeah, it's got to be a 90.
That's total 20.
All right, so 20 and baseball bats, medium.
Bat 20. Yeah. So
40.
So 40.
So 40 damage to the head. So you step in, and you said it's an aluminum bat, right? Aluminum bats have the best sound when you're hitting stuff. Just like like a wood bat feels so much better as a baseball player.
You get the nice crack, but nothing beats that.
Yeah. So you see Mitch. Like Mitch kind of like strolls up to this thing. It reaches out and he just undercuts this, and the arm just is gone. It just flops. And the thing starts like not spurting blood. It's not like when you would cut like a real person's arm off. It's bleeding, but not at any sort of like arterial spray level. It's just oozing blood. And you walk up and you just take a good step. Just full on M. Night Shyamalan swing for the fences, this thing. From Signs, swing for the fences, Bobby. And you catch this thing right in the side of the head. And it's just, everyone within earshot, you just hear just like, clank, mixed with like the sound of you hitting a pound of roast beef with a baseball bat. Just this like wet snap crack sound.
We got an ASMR zombie game someday.
And,
Just go buy a big pit roast and beat it with a baseball bat.
and the head snacks to the side and falls over toward the direction of the broken, fucked up leg. So it's
also in the
now.
direction of the flare.
Sure, roll one. You need a lot, just flatline. And if you succeed, it'll be on fire. For dramatic sake.
No.
Alright. So
And I will look for where I dropped the flare.
narrowly missing the flare. Which would have been a super cool dramatic way to end this fight. But you killed.
Whoops.
See?
So
It's
Still,
I didn't.
well.
I didn't count it. I didn't count that as you using your turn.
okay.
The flare.
So you're still. I mean, you're still.
It's still flopping around.
Yeah, it's now kind of flopped over, almost like on its leg, like with one stubby.
I guess I'll try to whack at it.
Alright, so you're gonna go at it with a knife.
Oh yeah, trying to avoid the other arm.
Okay. So
I
you're
do have
gonna
my
go in.
kendo stick on me.
This is why I asked you had like another sword on you.
Yeah, like I had the kendo on me. I don't have the claymore on me.
Alright, I'll like grab the candle from
Okay, so you're
It's
gonna
like
go
for a
in.
belt loop.
You're gonna go in. It's gonna be plus 50 because superior position plus flanking. Unless you're aiming, that'll be plus 40.
So fight right.
Yeah, fight.
If you got sigils, now's the time.
So if are you aiming for the head,
Uh,
or are you just trying to hit?
so I'm at. It's at plus 50. I'm at.
So it's
Without
so it's
Yeah, without aiming.
it's
I'm at
superior
80.
position plus 10 for flanking because actually plus 15 because Colin's there, Gabe's there, Mitch is there. So it's plus.
Colin threw a flare.
That's right. You didn't. Yeah. So sorry. So plus 50.
And if you aim, it's plus 40.
Yeah, I'm at 88 right now. If I don't aim.
And if you use a flare or a sigil,
flare.
sorry,
Nah. I'll just go
So
ahead.
88, and you
Yeah,
just
just
take
aiming.
this office space. This thing.
26.
So reverse is a 62. That is the right arm, which is gone. So the next closest would be the torso.
Mhm.
So it'll take whatever damage you're about to deal to the torso.
bats are we're treating it like a baton or a bat. The
I say a bat because you're gonna get more momentum swing out of a kendo stick than a baton.
The distance.
Oh,
Leverage.
I like lost
So
You roll a
you roll a
26.
26.
Yeah.
So that's 46 damage.
46 damage.
To the torso.
Cool.
Which is a significant wound to the torso.
One significant wound to the head, one significant wound to the torso, and destroyed right arm.
Yeah. It's not doing great, but it's not dead because it's a zombie. Now it's the zombie's turn.
Oh, then I'm about to
With all of its penalties for missing limbs and
Oh
significant
yeah,
wounds.
yeah, it's taking penalties. So the only
My athletics is negative 12.
so the only close people is going to be Gabe and Mitch.
Please let it swing out the flare.
So it swings out at Mitch.
Do it.
So you roll me. So it rolled.
Mm.
You have the ability to dodge, bat it off with your sword, some way. It's swiping out at you. I'm going to let you choose how you deal with it. And you're going to do an opposing roll. And you have to, you tell me what you roll and I'll see how you did.
Okay. So if what is dodge?
So dodge is athletics.
Okay.
And like if it's swiping out at you and you want to like smack it away or like hit it with your sword, that's going to be fight.
Okay. Do things like, because this is the first time we've done this.
Yeah.
Do things like dodge come into play with like superior position when I get a plus
Yes.
40 to dodge?
Yes, you would.
But I'd also get that plus 40 and the plus 10.
Yes, because you're fine.
So let's just do fight.
Okay.
Because already that's plus 50. So I'm just going to try and like hack this arm off then, because that alone without aiming, or just batting away the arm, is 102.
Fair enough. So you roll yours.
And that's an 8.
You stick with that?
I have no sigils left. But that's 28.
So with all the bonuses and everything, you roll the 8.
I mean, I can change what I roll on the die.
You roll the 9.
But that is 28 damage to the arm.
Well, no, because it won the roll.
Oh,
It's a contested roll, so
Okay.
it beat you by 1.
yeah, I have no sigils left.
All right. What are you wearing in chance, or because it was on the ground? It rolled a 9. Reversed is a 90. So it's right leg.
I have 25 armor on everything but my head.
That's fortunate. So, and this is the first time a player has been hit by a zombie. So it swipes out, and you're wearing. What are you wearing in your lower half?
It's the full like body leather trench coat.
That's right. So it swipes out, and it catches. It hits you. You feel the impact of it, and it grips on like it's trying to just like tear into your leg, but you feel it more just kind of like a squeeze. Not. I mean, it's more uncomfortable than painful. Unfortunately, you're wearing armor. But yeah, it literally rolled a 9 and you rolled an 8. I was like, oh, there's no way this is gonna work. And then it worked by 1. I'm like, oh, cool. First time a zombie's ever hit a player character. So that is the zombie's turn. And that's literally all that happens. It's grabbed a hold of your jacket.
Okay.
It's gripping you at this point. With
Okay.
this, sorry.
Getting
With
close
this left arm,
gives
because
you
there is no
bonus.
right arm.
Okay.
So-
Then if it's our turn again,
It's back to
player
so
turn.
if Chloe and Matt wanted to get involved, Chloe, you could run in and you could make it there in this turn essentially.
But I wouldn't be able to do anything.
No, because the fire pole is usually towards the back of the building. So you're in front of you're more kind of patrolling back and forth in front of here. You'd have to run like the length of the fire truck and the length of the building. You could make it, and then you'd be available to do something next turn. It's up to you. Matt is
He's on top of a truck.
he's on top of the truck. He's like, I got this if you want to go help them.
But if I don't do a turn,
You give us a bonus.
it can go to.
Well, we've already all gone.
Everyone's already gone. So you either run inside or it's basically you just kind of like hold action.
I run inside.
So you run inside and you see a pretty messed up zombie on the ground with a flare next to it, missing its right arm. Like it's got some damage to the skull. It's gripping Mitch by the trench coat by his right leg. And you see Jesse off to the side. And they're all kind of surrounding it a little bit. And Colin is a little bit, he's closer to the right hand side. He heroically chucked a flare.
So if it's back to us again.
Yeah, it's back to the flare.
If you don't mind, since I'm being grabbed.
I was gonna pick up the flare and jab it in its eye.
But now with
by,
her
by,
there,
by all
it's
means.
plus 15 on
Yep.
top of the superior.
Yep.
So you plus 55 to your fight,
Let's aim for the head.
plus 45.
So that puts me at 97. 94 plus the 20.
Yes.
How do you want to drop that down?
So he grabs me and I just look down and I want to just Highlander.
Like, drop again?
Yeah, just
I
please
feel like
pick
you should
up.
really start a collection, like the governor with the fish tank
So,
full of head
I kind of actually we talked about like those big paper cutters, like that are like little guillotines. I kind of want to carry around one of those because those things are sharp,
idea.
super sharp all the way down, and they got that nice
That's a
curve.
great idea.
What was the movie where the high school got taken over by like invading aliens, and the kids like end up killing all the teachers who
Is that Red Dawn?
No,
Wow.
faculty.
Huh?
The faculty.
Yes. And he literally he pulled one of those off, like the blade, and
Yeah,
killed
it's
the teacher.
super sharp.
Yeah.
By the way, Broadcraft.
Yeah.
Literally, like wire tie that to a freaking metal
Yeah.
Halligan bar, and now you have
That's exactly what I
a
do.
ranged
Yeah.
curved sight.
So
that's
yeah,
exactly what I do.
this thing grabs your trench coat, and then you see it pulling itself towards your leg, like to go in for a bite. You're like, nope. And you swing down, the same as before in the garage. You just clean through. Like, so the first part is easy, and then you feel a little bit of resistance as you go through the actual like neck bone, and then just clean through with momentum and force, and the head falls to the side, still dark, but the body just slumps over onto the flare, And then the clothes catch on fire, so you know how to be burning zombie.
Slap the hand off my
You know how to
clothes.
be burning zombie corpse in the middle of the garage.
Yummy.
And once it stops moving, we can put out the fire so that the building doesn't completely open flames.
So having dealt with this most recent threat and having geared up with some more items that could help you in the zombie apocalypse, is there anything you wanted to do before we wrap up the episode?
Tell that lady that we found her husband and he was dead.
Oh, good enough with him.
Yeah,
Tell her anyway, because then she's not tied to the area.
fair. We can use the radio.
All right, who's going to tell her?
I have no issues being willing to lie about that.
So basically, you click through the channels,
Yep.
and you find basically the one they have set for like. I mean, they're usually labeled like dispatch.
Yes.
So you go to the dispatch channel, you key the mic a couple times, you hear, "Hello, hello." Wait. Did you find anything?
Any bonuses or flat?
You're gonna roll deceive, and she's gonna roll opposing deceive.
Wouldn't she roll intuition?
It's kind of like a roll, like an opposing diplomacy check.
I'm sigilling that, and that's my last sigil, so. Yep. Okay, I got a 2. I passed, but I got a 2.
Okay, she goes. So what did you find? Did you find anything? Is he there?
We found a dead body.
God, and you hear 2 kids in the background start to cry. You hear her kind of like, you can tell she's kind of like fighting emotions. She goes,
I think you guys should probably get out of the area.
thank you.
Sorry I couldn't bring you better news, but you need to get you and your kids to safety,
Thank you.
and sooner the better.
We'll head for the colonel's place.
That's the way to do it. That's the best place for you guys right now.
And when the husband's just walking into the building.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey.
And on that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Zealand Las Vegas. As always, I'm joined by Mitch,
Good night.
Chloe,
Bye-bye.
Jesse, Gabe, and Colin, and I'm RP Sarge. So don't forget, hit that like button, share us out there, help Zealand Las Vegas grow. Until the next time we meet, stay alive.